The XXL Freshman class of 2022 dropped the other week, and let me be the first to tell you guys. Shut up, bitch. This shit is ass, but don't take it from me. Actually, do take it from me.
You seen the state of our body?
Right, if I beat it, I ain't wearing a Johnny. Adiola, wanna roll with the keys. You see me on the life, I'll see ya.
Now, before I start the video, I don't want to see a mean comment of, ooh, should I really trust this vanilla gorilla coleslaw colonizer with opinions on rap? You shouldn't. This is all completely satire and just my criticisms of the subject. If you don't like it, you can click off of the video. I don't actually hate any of these rappers, so if you're a fan of them, please don't come after me. That being said, this entire video is going to be marked into segments. You'll see them on screen now at the timestamps, and if you want to skip to them, feel free to. At logansdull on Instagram and Twitter, and without further ado, let's just get straight into.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. No, I ain't sorry. I scam your ass again.
So starting in the back, we have Saucy Santana, who's wearing an outfit so white that it looks like it doesn't know how to season chicken. Next up, we have Cochise, who's wearing a very spiffy outfit, may I mind you, but his pose makes him look like a very horny Gibraltar who's about to use his unspoken riz on his teammates for a couple of shield cells.
Do you really think she and Loba are just friends?
After that, we have Babytron, who was one of the 3 freshmen who didn't get the memo that the pictures were going to be taken indoors and decided to wear shades anyways. On the bright side, he's a proud scholar, showing us that he knows what the 3rd letter of the alphabet looks like, and holding it high. Moving on to the next row, we have Babyface Ray, who's wearing more chains than a fatherless emo bitch with a Hot Topic membership. Up next, we have Big 30, who reminds us that he still looks big and still looks 30. He's standing alongside Big Scar, and before I made this video, I actually had no idea who these two were. That's not to be rude, I had just never heard them on my feed before. After doing a little research, I found out they're both rappers from Memphis, Tennessee, and it shows in their music. Their style is very similar to that of Doechii, who also happens to be a frequent collaborator with the two. Doechii was also a XXL freshman last year in the 2021 class. I'm not going to come out and say Doechii made their career or that they aren't doing good in music, because they are pulling in really good numbers and they're doing a lot better than some of the one-hit wonders on this list. And Doechii, although probably influencing some of their success, did not contribute entirely to it. However, it feels kind of hypocritical for them to be on XXL when in 2020, Stunna for Vegas had to be nominated for the 10th spot and lost, and his career was somewhat influenced by DaBaby's, who was a freshman the year prior in 2019. Anyways, I still think they're doing pretty good music-wise, and they're fairly good picks for the XXL Freshman List this year. However, Big Scar, I didn't take ASL, so you're gonna have to tell me what you're trying to sign to me with your hand down there. I gotta go to the bathroom, fuck. Next, we have SoFaygo, who's proving 2 things. 1, that pose was never it and will never be it for any photo ever. And 2, that you can not drop for basically a fucking year and still have a fan base good enough to get on the XXL list. Good for him. Let's go, Faygo. Next up, we have KenTheMan, who I'm gonna be honest looks like a Tim Burton character in the XXL cover. I'm sure she doesn't actually look ugly. It's just whoever the fuck her makeup artist was for this photo did a horrible job. They made her eyebrows so hardly visible that it looks like she's playing hide and seek with them. She has some okay songs, nothing stands out in particular, but I did see that she has a song called New Slaves Freestyle, which I will not be listening to because I am white, and that would probably make me feel really racist if I listened to it. But once again, her music's not horrible, nothing just stands out. Kind of like her eyebrows. Next up, we have Nardo Wick, who has so much money that he's reminding us that every season is flex season. Next up, we have KayCyy, who's dressed like some fucking detective or private investigator. But what I'm trying to investigate is why most of her popular songs, it sounds like she's whispering in them. The only logical reason I could come up with is that she was recording them in her parents' house at 3 a.m. and she decided to whisper so her parents wouldn't wake up and beat her ass for staying up past her bedtime. That's the only thing I can think of. Next up, we have KayCyy, who's holding what looks like the head of the statue of David while giving a face that he's not quite sure whether he turned off the stove before he came to the photo shoot today. And next to him, we have Doechii, who's just reminding us that she can count, I suppose.
Into the thick of it. Ugh.
Up next are the freestyles, and there's not a lot that stood out. Cochise rapped a couple bars about Rocket League.
What's the point of causing clothes if you barely even rock it? Honestly, I'm at home playing Leagues of the Rockets, MMOs, RPGs. Nigga, let me switch the topic. See,
Babyface Ray either forgot that he was there to do a freestyle, or he just fell asleep during his freestyle, because he just stopped freestyling.
If I feel it's just a soft press, then it's a casually. If I'm speaking factually.
Saucy Santana arguably dropped one of the hardest bars I think I've ever heard in an XXL freestyle.
I got my hater blockers on. It's tunnel vision.
However, there's arguably one freestyle that actually did stand out to me, for one reason and one reason only. KayCyy got a fucking choir?
I just began, they calling this a run.
Who the fuck gave him a call? I'm so confused. Okay, if you aren't familiar with the XXL freestyles, it's the artist goes out into whatever set that XXL has set up for them, and they just freestyle without an instrumental, without a beat behind it. It's just them and the camera. But there have been 150 XXL freshmen, to my knowledge, 15 classes, 10 people in each of them. And KayCyy was the only one to get a fucking... Who the fuck gave him a choir?
I just hit a nigga in the head with a ooga booga wooga. That bitch suck my dick, it's all like ooga booga booga.
Different day, different fit, different location. Fuck you. So when it comes to the ciphers, they're pretty standard. Starting off with the first one that got released. Who was on that one? Starting off with the first freestyle, we have Doechii, SoFaygo, KayCyy, and Saucy Santana. This shit was like the most ass of the three, I'm gonna be honest with you. Doechii was speaking so slowly that it made me think I was in Spanish class again, and she was trying to teach me words, and they just were not going through my brain.
Shit, ooh, nah, nah. Tell them make room when a real...
Como se dice hello en español? I don't speak burrito. SoFaygo and KayCyy, in retrospects to Doechii's freestyle, are basically same text, different font. They have fairly similar flows and pretty shitty bars. I understand it's just a cipher, but nothing of value is being said here.
Topic discussion. Whoa. This for the people overlooking us. They ain't the time of it.
Yeah.
Though they sounding with them.
Hey, whoa. Post-editing logansdull here. I have two things to tell you. One, I did realize in post after listening to it a couple times, KayCyy's and SoFaygo's freestyles are just a little bit different in flow. But personally, I'm gonna rate SoFaygo's better, not because he had better bars, but because he didn't end his freestyle with whatever stupid fucking stutter thing that I just showed you. Second thing that I want to mention is that the area that they stand in and do their little preview in before they come out looks like this, and it just looks way too much like something prom related, which gives me nightmares to prom. Did you know that I spent like $6 to $10 somewhere in there on ice cream, and the girl didn't even finish it? Why? Then we have Saucy Santana. This is arguably like the hardest fucking verse I've heard in a lot of this is arguably the hardest fucking verse I've heard out of almost any fucking freestyle.
He on my line, he wanna mingle. He want my time, I wanna be single. Looking for chips, boy, I want Pringles. Mine make it rain, yours make it sprinkle. Y'all know who named the mention when you looking for attention.
I love SoFaygo to death, but Faygo. I'm gonna get close for this one. I'm gonna get real close. How the fuck do you let Saucy Santana out-rap you? Do you know what kind of music Saucy Santana makes?
Material world. Currently working on a Grammy, meanwhile, pussy popping with your man in Miami. Material world. Chanel.
Moving on to the next cipher, we have Nardo Wick, KenTheMan, and Big 30 and Big Scar. This freestyle went so hard it cured my erectile dysfunction. The beat was so good, and everyone killed it. All the verses were actually pretty good. Moving on to the third and final freestyle, I'm indecisive as to whether I prefer this one the most or second best in comparison to the other ones, because it's really not that bad. Cali came in, spit some really good heat. Cochise came in, did the same thing. Babyface Ray spit some heat, but fuck it, I guess he took his narcolepsy medication. I'm just glad he's not sleeping anymore. I didn't forget that.
If I feel it's just a soft press, then it's a casually. If I'm speaking factually.
But Babytron got the silent verse. I don't know if that's the exact name for it, and not all freshman classes have had them, but sometimes the producer will cut off the beat for other artists to rap. You've had artists like X, Ski Mask, and Polo G all get these silent verses on their freestyles, and then you gave one this year to Babytron. This is such a strange-ass person to give it to. You might as well have given it to KayCyy since he got the fucking leg up when he was supposed to be rapping silently during the freestyles. I also didn't forget about that. Which I'm not saying Babytron's a bad rapper, but like, you know what kind... Hold on, I'm getting close again. Fuck this. Do you know what kind of fucking music Babytron makes? Unky in the back selling crack rocks. I told the bitch from the nursing home that she had a bad bod. Ooh, bars. But regardless, Babytron still killed that fucking acapella, and I congratulate him for that. However, his fans went a little crazy in the comments. My personal favorite, and I'll read it to you now, is... I love Babytron more than anything else can fathom, and I wake up and spend every waking minute of the day listening to this godly being that is Babytron. There's no one quite like the man. That delivery is flawless, and the look is flawless, and the sounds he creates with his mouth are something someone like me couldn't have ever even comprehended prior to listening to James Johnson. If it was ever to be like Mr. Tron, had that of no fans, I would be the only one because I was ceased. It would be only because I was ceased of existence and could not cover myself sacrifice, and I could see myself sacrificing the lives of whoever happens to be nearest to me, that so only he can live eternally. In conclusion, I would like to thank him for everything he's done for me, and may he forever prosper. This comment was made less than 10 minutes after the video was released.
I need my drug, I need my love. Bitches burning up in it, sucker so. I'm in that smoker, baby, you come show me love.
I know that there's going to be a lot of comments on the XXL list this year and every year that it's just not 2016, it's not the same as 2016. You're right, but it doesn't have to be. At the end of the day, there was only one 2016, and there's only going to be one 2022. Have they fucked up the list? Probably just a little bit. They could have put artists like Slump, Scory, Midwest, Tana, DC The Dawn, fucking, icejjfish, I guess?
It's something about the girl that just makes my head wanna twirl.
All these great artists could have been on the XXL list that I feel like are more promising in their careers than the ones that I'm seeing now. And you're right, it isn't 2016. And we need to move on and understand that not every year is going to be another repeat of 2016. We got one 2016 and we got one 2022, so we might as well live with what we have now. That being said, I want to thank you guys very much for watching the entirety of the video, if you did. So if you enjoyed, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with a friend, because if you enjoyed it, they might also as well. That being said, fuck you, Aaron. Fuck you. Be good people, and peace out.
It's something about the girl that just makes my...
Starting off with the first one released, we had Doechii, SoFaygo. Fuck, who was on that freestyle? That's literally that, like...
Oh, fuck me, dude. God dang it. Oh, fuck.
Need to also stop the recording. So starting off with the first freestyle, we have Doechii, SoFaygo, Saucy Santana. Fuck me, I forgot the other.
And then she walked away. I didn't get her name, I can't explain.